Thank you for visiting ChristopherMedia.net. ChristopherMedia.net.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, what are you guys up to?
Oh, little weed, you know.
It's the Weedsman Podcast Nugget.
Zippity what?
Ready to drop the bass? Let's drop the bass.
Whoop-de-doo. What does it all mean?
All the random stuff that didn't fit in Friday's show you'll find here.
Oh, okay.
Hey, man. You got a joint?
Got a little bit of reef smell on your boy?
What that mean?
Please, just give me my weed, all right?
So you all safe at home? When's the last time you've been outside?
Oh, today. And before today.
You had to go out today?
Yesterday.
Yeah.
But before yesterday, I think it was like a week. Like, because yesterday I looked at the cupboards and went, this food thing.
Yeah, I had to actually stop myself. I was all set to go to the grocery store because I was like, I'm almost out of eggs. And I had to stop and be like, no, wait a minute. What do I really need?
That's true because you... Oh, go ahead.
No.
What to say? Because you live in a county. You live in a county that is one of the... It comes up a lot in the daily pressers. Comes up a lot on CNN. So, yeah, you live in Wayne County, Michigan.
I'm in the eye of the hurricane, baby.
Yeah. So if I were you right now, I'd be like, do I really need to leave the house?
Yeah. So, yeah, we're just not going to eat eggs for a couple of days and we're going to eat up the rest of the food that's here.
Yeah. See, today it was more for my mom was going to go somewhere. Had I not called to check up on her? I just needed milk and bread. No. After last week, she went to the pharmacy. She's like, well, I needed my medication. And I pick up my wife's meds all the time, Mom. Okay.
When I go out, I call my ex to see if she needs anything. If I had family that was actually, in close driving distance, I'd be organizing trips. Like, hey, how about I go out and get everybody's shit, drop it off to you, and then just, decontaminate myself when I come back.
Yeah. But if I hadn't called today, she's like, I'm going to go to the cemetery and see your dad. I'm like, that's fine. That's outside. It's not exactly going to be, shoulder to shoulder at the cemetery. That's cool. But then, you're not going to go anywhere else, right? Well, I need milk and bread. Okay. What part of anything did you not understand? Every time I talk to you, every day, Mom, that files under anything.
Right.
So, yeah, today I had to go out and go shopping again. I found a secret spot. It tends to be stocked. It's
a secret. Oh, for groceries?
Yeah. It's not so secret. But it's, how locally here in Michigan, we had a chain called Farmer Jack. They went out of business about 15-ish years ago, maybe?
Yeah, so did they get bought out by Kroger? Because it seems like most of them turned into Kroger's, the Farmer Jacks. I don't know if they were just taking taking advantage of the fact there was already a grocery store built there, or if they actually came in and bought them out.
I think Kroger just jumped on real estate.
Right.
Because
so Farmer Jack just folded of their own accord.
Yeah, because a lot of the Farmer Jacks ended up becoming this place. I think it's called Value Land or something like that. They're around. They're not huge, but it's like a local Metro Detroit chain.
Farmer Jacks. Back in the day, you could call them up and they'd say Farmer Jacks, and you'd go, he dies, and then hang up.
Yes. So, some local Detroit humor, some local Detroit crank call humor from middle school.
Yeah.
But just I went to one of
then tell the one about the old lady that lived on Champagne and Dix.
Yes.
That's some really local humor for you.
That's some that's some Waterford humor, isn't it? Or no, Champagne and Dix. No, that's downriver. Yeah.
Yeah, that's downriver.
I'm thinking of Dixie. That's Waterford. Yeah. But yeah, it's called Value Land, and my sister told me about it. And you go there, and generally, they got what you want. I mean, it's like most grocery stores right now. The stuff that lasts a while still pretty picked over. But I was able to go there the last 2 days and buy a loaf of bread each time. White bread I wanted.
I've been to supermarkets that I've never been inside before. A Saturn.
What? Like the car?
Yeah. I don't know.
And
I should have been asking where all the black people were shopping, because I go to the Aldi's right down the street from me, and I know Dearborn Heights is a pretty mixed city. Mm-hmm. All the way around. And I almost only see white people in the Aldi's, and I go into the Saturn down the street that I've never been into, and that's where all the black people were.
Ah, here they are.
I didn't know that that in my city our grocery stores were racially segregated.
Separate but equal grocery stores.
Yeah, I don't know about equal. Aldi's is better than Saturn. That place is garbage.
I'll tell you, this place I went to, they had toilet paper, the Angel Soft. I tried to buy 2. They're like limit 1. I'm like, that's fair. I figured I'd just grab a couple. I felt like, remember in Harold and Kumar when they found the big bag of weed?
Yeah.
They said felt like they went from being poor to being millionaires. That's how I felt yesterday. Like, toilet paper and a brand I've heard of. What?
Yeah, I got Angel Soft. $10 for like a 24 pack.
Nice.
And I was hugging that thing too.
Yeah. So also too, heard of an app called iStock or a website called iStock, like ISTOK.
Right.
And you use that app and
that's the one for toilet paper?
Well, it's
or is that just for anything?
It's for anything. That's for anything for any item that you're looking for, it'll tell you if it's in stock around you. You know, and
Okay.
it's generally and it gives you the qualifier that, hey, this is what we're being told. We're not sure if this is how it is right now, but this is what the information that we were given is telling us.
We do this here and there on this podcast where we stop and think about, can you imagine, like, not even just 10 years ago, just when we started this podcast, can you imagine any of this being true? And this might be the best one so far. Weed is not only legal in Michigan, both recreational and medicinal, it's been deemed essential during a pandemic, and we are selling toilet paper on the black market, and we have special apps that show you where to find it.
Yeah, right? What fucking...
Like, this is the bizarro universe, right?
Again, did we pee into a fountain at midnight?
Right. with a whole nother world?
Yeah.
We just swapped with them?
Yeah,
that's just mind blowing.
That's true. We're hunting down toilet paper like we used to hunt down weed.
Yes.
Hey, I got a toilet paper guy. You got $50, and you can't bitch about the quality.
I saw somebody's cat tore up a roll of toilet paper. They posted it like, we're down to 2.
Is at the end of that cat? Is it, well, so much for mittens.
Yeah, the next day you see...
Would leave mittens on the porch.
There's a picture of their cat running around with a brown streak on its back. You eat my toilet paper, you are my toilet paper.
Yeah, you are now my toilet paper mittens. It's that or we give you away.
You want to stay indoors? This is the price you pay now.
Yeah.
No, we're all staying indoors. Even for the hash bash.
Yeah, digital hash bash.
I don't know how you do a digital hash bash, but apparently that's what the 48th annual, this would be the 49th.
Like we do on this show, right? Everyone get on Skype. Everyone get on Zoom. Everyone's going to max out their Zoom.
Right.
You use 100 people, then you use 100 people, then you use 100 people.
Because large groups of people in conference calls always work out, even when they're like sober and it's noon.
Yeah.
And they've just been fed bagels.
Right. Yeah, and I'm sure 100 stoners on a conference call will go even better.
Yep.
50 people going, what?
Yeah, right. Well, I mean, first you just have to get everybody on board with the muting policy.
Yeah. Well, also, first you have to get everyone to be there on time. 100 stoners. And you're going to have to give a time frame, not a time. Yeah, we want to start between like 7:30.
So how are they going to do this in Ann Arbor?
I don't even know. Like,
they're planning
social media?
Yeah, MLive is reporting that they're planning a digital version.
But how?
They're going to do a broadcast. Start streaming live at high noon on April 4th.
Is it on Facebook or the Gram?
By the way, April is also going to be the longest 420 ever because it's going to be a whole month of 420.
We're inhaling for 30 days, people. Get ready.
Yeah, you can tune in on Planet Green Trees TV or hypeduplivesessions.com.
How about Facebook like a normal person? How about Facebook Instagram Live? Are either of those broken? And everybody knows about them. Jesus Christ.
How do you want to make sure that everyone can find your live stream? I know. Let's start our own live feed website and broadcast through there.
Let's come up with a name that nobody knows that we have to pass around. No!
Planet Green. Yeah, remember this. PlanetGreenTreesTV.com. Nobody's going to remember that.
How about Facebook.com/hashbash? That would be way fucking easier for people to remember and probably be way more successful. Come on, stoners. These are the things that don't help. We talked about this when we first started the show like 5 years ago. Or 6 years ago now. These are the things. Shit like this, stoners, do not help our cause. Try to be normal.
So they're going to have speakers on. I guess they're just saying in this story, the usual suspects. I don't know who the usual suspects are.
Right back to the conversation I just finished. Saying things like the usual suspects do not help your cause.
Well, I think it means that
What's it going to be like? White
they
kid
don't
in
have any commitments.
White kid in fish t-shirt.
Well, first of all, how many of these people that come in and speak are, first of all, getting paid to come and speak, and also using that as an opportunity to sell something else?
Or know where they are.
What?
Stoner Joe, come on, man.
All right. It's kind of like comic book conventions. You know, they go there to certainly meet their fans and stuff like that, but this is also a chance for them to make extra money by selling, stuff that they're making directly or doing commission work. So, I don't know who you're gonna, if you're gonna be able to get. Let's see. Here.
Because if you use social media, the chance of Snoop showing up greatly increases.
That's
your
true.
chance of getting bigger people probably goes through. It's better, like I said, if you use social media. But instead, you got to use Planet Green Dick or whatever.
They're going to. So they do have a list here on the story. It's going to be cannabis breeder DJ Short, High Times editor Danny Danko. I don't think that's his real name.
Danny Darko? What?
No, yeah, Danny Danko.
Weed isn't mainstream.
Former Red Wings player Darren McCarty.
D-Mac. He uses his real name. Come on, Donnie Danko. Get shit together. It's 2020. You don't have to hide anymore. You ain't getting a Pulitzer calling yourself Donnie Danko.
So we'll be joining live via Skype. Others submitted pre-recorded messages. Yeah, well, here's the other problem, though, is that somebody's going to, sit down and watch this whole thing live when it's just going to be a series of separate, short monologues, basically, or possibly some interviews.
I could see if I was still in my 20s, maybe, because we're all quarantined and we got shit to do.
Maybe, but you still have social media that breaks up all this shit into easily digestible bites anyway.
And that's true.
So why would you sit there and watch a whole live stream of these people talking when you can just go, I'm just going to, the next day, I'll check out what Tommy Chong has to say on Twitter.
Yeah, it just came to me about a fundamental flaw.
He's not confirmed for this, by the way, but they're trying to get him.
It just dawned on me, a fundamental flaw in the hash bash. When do they always have it? Noon on a Saturday. Do you know the room? Isn't that when most, how about you? Noon on Saturday? I mean, you got kids and stuff now and we're 40, but I'm saying back in the day, that's about the time, waking up, we can have,
I don't know.
We can have about maybe 4:30 on a Saturday. Maybe 3 o'clock on a Saturday. I
think noon's perfect. Because, first of all, most of the people attending are just going to roll out of bed and go straight to it anyway.
Yeah, but about noon. That's what I'm saying. Give them a chance. Give people a chance to score if they haven't before they got. Well, now it's legal. You just go to the dispensary before you go. But, I've always thought that was a fundamental flaw. Y'all making some potheads get up early.
That's not
become
early.
Your pot celebration.
I can understand if they're, starting at 8 a.m.
Well, it's not early to us when we're 40. It was early to me when I was 20. I'm saying that's the audience. It's all college kids.
Yeah, but this is an all-day thing. This is not just like going to a concert. This is like going to a Lollapalooza.
You know, when I was college age, you
for
told me.
Lollapalooza, yeah, I got my ass up early and I got to the venue on time.
I just say when I was college age, you told me noon on Saturday. You might as well tell me 6:30 because I would view it just as early. Like, really? Come on, man.
Wow.
But Mo, things have changed now. I'm married to a farmer or someone who keeps farmers' hours. So no, I get it. Trust me. At noon on Saturday, I'm like, why schedule something so late? Dinner time soon. That's the other end of the spectrum. Well, dinner's in like 3-4 hours. Come on, man.
All right. Yeah, the rest of the story, they just go on to talk about coronavirus.
Coronavirus!
Oh, no.
Cardi.
Oh, shit. Someone dubbed that into, what was it?
We did play it on Regimented. Dude, it charted. It charted on Apple Music and on Billboard. Someone remixed. That's from that Instagram post.
Coronavirus!
No, I know, yeah. No, but they've been throwing it into everything. I know about the song.
Mm-hmm.
But there was also, What's the comedian that started the whole ball rolling on the Bill Cosby shit?
Oh, Hannibal Buress.
Hannibal Buress. And he's like doing his stand up and somebody's like heckling him or yelling at him and he's like, that lady, you're drunk. Get out of here. Get that lady out of here. But it's instead of the lady yelling at her, you just hear Cardi B yelling about coronavirus.
No, yeah, she went viral with that. Like she needed to, right? Like she needed any help.
Yeah, that's just Yeah, Cardi B's queefs go viral, so that's not really a thing.
The Weedsman Podcast. ChristopherMedia.net.
Me, but also you. The Pharaoh fast forwards his favorite foreign film, Powder Donut. Okay, what's my line?
The only line I see here on the script is get options based on your budget with the name your price tool from Progressive.
Oh man, that's a tongue twister, huh? I'm sorry, I'm gonna need a few more minutes. Bulbous Walrus, the Bulbous Walrus.
The name your price tool, only from Progressive.
The owl ran afoul of the comatose coxswain.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
As a professional painter, you know your customers want a flat finish, but don't want to pay the price of fighting dirt, grime, and scuffs. Use new Bare Ultra Scuff Defense from the Home Depot for a beautiful flat finish, plus stain and scuff defense. And that price starts at just $29.60 a gallon. And that's before the Pro Extra discount. A flat paint that's too tough to scuff. Bare Ultra Scuff Defense. Only at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Available online and in select stores.
Es fácil encontrar pisos en línea, pero imaginar esos pisos en su piso un poco más complicado. De manera que el Flooring creó Picture It, una herramienta en línea que agrega nuestros pisos a una foto de su espacio. No tiene más que apuntar, disparar y elegir un piso. Pruebe Picture It para encontrar su piso hoy mismo, exclusivamente en llflooring.com. Sobre estos pisos se construyen hogares. LL Flooring. Visite llflooring.com hoy mismo para obtener muestras gratuitas de sus pisos favoritos.
ChristopherMedia.net. The Weedsman Podcast.
Some people are dealing with being trapped indoors better than others. I think it's safe to say.
Yeah.
A lot of people getting creative. Some just losing their shit.
Yeah, it only took me 14 days to piss off my wife. I got the cold shoulder for a couple days this weekend. Hey, 14 days, I like to say...
That's pretty good.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a good run.
Yeah, that's a good run. We'll be fine if it took 14 days. I was seeing some shit on social media... 2 days for some people. And I'm already hearing, like, we're still locked in the house and divorce rates are already up.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Divorce rates are up, and I'm like, already?
Yeah.
You guys can't hold your shit together for a couple of weeks?
Yeah. It's been two weeks is all it took.
I think it's probably like any... You know, when you get divorced, you have this conversation about, oh, we don't need to get all the lawyers involved, and we can figure all this out. And then... all of a sudden you just get blindsided with lawyers. I think it's like that. You know, coronavirus hits and they're like, well, we've had our differences lately, but let's just set all that aside and we can push through this together. And then day two, they're like trying to stab each other with fucking salad forks.
Yeah, right. I made a shank out of my toothbrush. I'm trying to stab you between the bedroom and the shower.
Yeah, they're taping off the house. like down the center.
Yeah, no, we'd say
that was always the sitcom thing, wasn't it? You get the roommates that would have the fight, and then somebody would put tape down the center.
Yeah, that was that was in so many sitcoms. So many.
It wasn't a lot. I'm pretty sure they did it in Friends too.
Oh, they did. Yeah, and then inevitably somebody wants something that's on the other side, or somebody has all the good stuff.
Right. Right. Like the toilet.
Yeah.
Like, what do you do with the bathroom?
Or the fridge.
Or how about just getting in and out of the place?
Yeah. But I think we've talked about it with a lot of businesses. I think that a lot of how this whole economic stoppage is just going to hurry up the fate of a lot of businesses anyway that we're going under. I think it's going to do the same thing with a lot of marriages. A lot of marriages that were on their way out is going to quicken the process.
Right. Yeah, no, coronavirus isn't breaking anyone up. It's just a catalyst that's going to speed up the chemical reaction.
Yeah, like if you're in line to divorce sometime next year, you're probably going to divorce this year now.
Unless you actually know somebody who died. Like death that'll break some shit up. I don't know. What podcast are we doing?
Right?
what is this shit?
Yeah.
I was trying to segue into some stupid story about a man sending his dog on a Cheeto run.
Let's hear it.
And we keep getting sucked into coronavirus. Everything's coronavirus.
Because this is
everything.
Yes, well, because this ain't 9/11. 9/11 was just the United States. It's global.
Yeah,
it's the entire war. This is something we've never seen in our entire lives. It's something.
Cheetos.
Yes. Yeah. Correct. Dogs getting Cheetos is something we've not seen in our entire life.
Well, even this story is related to coronavirus because the guy had to send his dog out because, of course, he can't leave the house.
Mm-hmm.
And so he sends his dog to the market and he puts a note in his collar. Now,
well, first of all, big ups that you can just send a dog to the market.
Right? Like, you sent a dog outside and it went... How does this even work? Like, I'm finding this really unbelievable because do you tell your dog, like, go to the store?
That's what I'm saying.
And then the dog understands you and it goes to the store? Which means that this can't be a one-time thing.
What's I'm saying? If I was like, Rory, go to the store, girl, I would never see her again. That would be the last time I would ever see the cat.
You got a really smart dog who actually, like, knows its way around. You could train it to go to the store for you, but you can't just spring it on the dog one day.
Yeah, I just wonder if this was something they did every day, like, and the dog knew what it meant. Like, you know, like how certain dogs eventually, like my dad always thought, hey, we taught the dog how to spell. No, she just associated us saying OUT with going outside. So,
right.
like, if you do something enough, like the dog, like, hey, you want to go to Buscemi's? And the dog just associates, oh, hey, Buscemi's. Yeah.
Right. So if you go, hey, let's go to the store. If he walks to the store a lot, and he goes, hey, you want to go to the store? You want to go to the store? Want to go to the store? And then the dog is like, hey, and he says store, that's where we're going. So
yes.
I guess I can kind of be convinced that this dog.
But it's backing up your point that you can't just spring this on the dog. Hey, go to the store. Get some Cheetos.
Right.
Like the dog has to know, like, yeah, it's got to be a repeated behavior because that's how dogs are, right? It's just essentially driving a repeated behavior into their head is how you train a dog.
And this is a little Chihuahua too.
What?
This pet Chihuahua, Chucky. So yeah, didn't you see I sent you a link through the.
Would Doritos have been racist?
This was Antonio Munoz. Was really craving Cheetos because, you know, he's into breaking stereotypes.
Wait, no, he's not. His name is Munoz, and he has a Chihuahua. This man is not into breaking stereotypes. This man is into reinforcing stereotypes.
And he's like, he just shoves this big ass note in the tiny little dog's collar. It says, hello, Mr. Shopkeeper. Please sell my dog some Cheetos. The orange kind, not the red ones. They're too hot. She has $20 attached to her collar.
I hope you don't expect change.
Right? And then he says, warning, she will bite if not treated right. Your front neighbor.
Okay, so reading this...
Wait a minute, your front neighbor?
No, if you read this, this store was across the street. So it wasn't like this dog had to like.
Is that what a front neighbor means?
Well,
that you're across the street.
It says not want to interrupt the self-isolation. He decided to have his best friend get him, and he sent Chalk. What a stupid name.
No, I get it. Yeah,
to the store across the street.
The street is that? But on his note, he signs it off. Your front neighbor. So is that what front neighbor means?
Yeah, it does now. I guess it makes sense. You live in front of me.
I didn't know if you would actually, if this was a thing. I'd never called anybody my front neighbor.
Oh, there he is. He's got the Cheetos in his mouth.
And he comes back with Cheetos. $20. And this fucking dog comes back with like
I don't like Cheetos
the
that much.
$1.99 bag of Cheetos.
I don't like Cheetos that much. For $20.
I guess she has since made 2 other successful runs.
$20. You better come back with a 40 too.
Comes back with a single bag of Cheetos and a miniature poodle.
Antonio shared the photographs from all of it on his Facebook
spent
page.
The rest on ass.
Yeah. Day 3 of quarantine. I wanted my Cheetos.
He finds the dog rolling dice in the alley.
Right. Where does this guy? Where is this? Is this New York?
Yeah, I don't know where.
Oh, Mexico.
Man, fuck you. Mexico ain't even quarantined.
Hey, apparently where he is, he's quarantined. Mexico could be rolling like a lot of the states down south. A lot of the states down south haven't sheltered in place, but pretty much all of their major cities have. So Mexico, I think, is rolling like that. Mm-hmm. And plus, too, Mexico has states that we're not aware of. Like they have states, just like we do, and we don't know their names. So they could be doing that shit too.
They have states they're hiding from us.
Well, no, it's just
they have whole countries not even on the map.
Well, no, just we're ignorant to them. We just know their cities, right? Monterrey and Guadalajara and Cancun. We don't know
I don't even know how it breaks down.
The only state I know exists in Mexico is Chihuahua. That's it, because they never a fucking dog.
They actually call them states?
Yeah.
Are they provinces? So
No.
how many states are in Mexico?
I don't know. I just know they have states.
Why don't they call them the United States of Mexico?
Because it's not the name they chose. They chose Mexico. We chose to put states in our name because we're basic bitches, apparently.
Yeah, what should we call ourselves?
Well, it's a bunch of states. We're all together. Where'd America come from? Well, we know Americo Vespucci.
Amerigo, yeah.
But when they named a country...
You know, I've heard numerous times and read about how America got its name, and it just never made sense to me.
Now, I'm sure there's probably a lot of creative liberties, like they're in the Bible.
Well, we don't have that.
This sounds right. This sounds like people will buy it.
We don't have that simple story for it, right? Like George Washington never told a lie and he chopped down the cherry tree, right? And he couldn't lie about it, and so he had to tell his father what he did. There you go. That's the story of George Washington and his character. We don't have a nice little easy story like that.
Yeah, like all of a sudden we decided to call it these United
our
States
name
of America.
sucks,
Where the
I'm
hell did we get
getting at.
America from?
I know, it's all fucked up, right?
Yeah.
It's all fucking Italians not knowing where they're going, just throwing pasta at the wall and see if it sticks.
Yeah, there's a lot of lost Italians in our lore, right?
Good explorers, maybe because they're not good with direction.
Like Columbus thought he found India, and Vespucci found us by accident as well.
Yeah. So America, fuck yeah. Where else but America? Specifically Louisville, Kentucky. Can you witness people fighting over...
I just have a feeling I'm going to leave this music. Put your buttons there.
There was a couple that was furious at a local Kroger in Kentucky that they were not allowed to buy 552 cans of Mountain Dew.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they were stocking up. They were ready to shelter in place to be safe at home. And there's actually video of this if you want to take a peek at it. And these folks they've got to be going through at least a sixer each of Mountain Dew a day.
You know what? Sorry, you don't get to keep up your normal level of asshole consumption during a global pandemic. It's time for sharing. Remember sharing? We learned it in kindergarten.
Well, yeah, but if it's Mountain Dew, like, can't we just let them have it?
Right. What are your kids going to drink?
Water. Like, that's fine. I'll drink water.
You have
can
teenagers.
drink the Mountain Dew.
You have teenagers. What will they drink?
Water.
Around you.
Well, how does this math break down? If they have 552 cans, right? So let's just divide that in half.
I have no idea what's going on my computer right now. I've never brought up the Daily Mail like this. What is happening? Oh, there it is. It took a second. All right.
So we divide that in half. We have 276. So 276 cans each. If they're just sharing it amongst the two of them. Let's say they're being told to shelter in place for 2 weeks. So we'll divide that by 14. That's still over 19 cans a day.
It's like, I want to stop being a judgmental person. And then these people look exactly like I thought they would look.
They're a big couple, that's for sure.
Yeah, for starters. Not exactly pictures of health.
Yeah.
Do you think people tried to buy 500 cans of Mountain Dew would be? I imagine the next stop is to Taco Bell to try and buy 10,000 tacos.
Yeah. Whatever you pictured when I said a couple trying to buy a lot of Mountain Dew, you're probably right.
Well, to be fair, they're older than I thought they would be. I definitely thought these were young people.
I don't know if the young people are so much on the Mountain Dew these days.
Well, they are. They're on all the other Dew. That's the thing that keeps me connected to the youth is I got two teenage in-laws.
Right. And they're drinking the weird Mountain Dew flavors.
When I need to know what young people are doing, like for the radio job, when I need to know about young people shit, I was like, hey, Mandy, ask Cassidy or Zach about this. You know,
but they are drinking the weird Mountain Dew flavors.
Well, yeah, it's and too when I hung out with them when I had to go to like a funeral last April with her and her whole family. Yeah, they're all drinking like it's the energy shit too. The Mountain Dew energy bullshit, that kind of shit.
But
like I said, all the weird Mountain Dew
already energy. So they put energy drink into a Mountain Dew.
Yeah, remember Puppy Monkey Baby, all that shit. Like when they made a Mountain Dew energy drink, it's that kind of shit. It's the weird flavors. It's the things that are that just are Mountain Dew brand, but aren't really Mountain Dew. It's that crap. And like these people are probably, they're probably our age. I hope we'd look better than this. You know, just because they're rolling with the old school Mountain Dew is my guess.
They have cute matching outfits, oversized white T-shirts and gray sweatpants.
They do.
It's nice.
Yeah, you know, he's partying back. She's party everywhere. You know, this guy's definitely rocking a mullet.
Well, it's kind of a mullet. It's kind of like it's almost like a mohawk, right? He's just got the top. He's just got hair on the top. It's all shaved all the way around, and all the hair on the top is pulled back into a ponytail.
What a liar!
He's supposed to lose their mind.
What a liar!
That was a Mountain Dew.
So apparently somebody told them at some point they were allowed to buy all this, and then they were told when they went to check out that they weren't.
Go outside and come back in and get the drink. That's what you just said. But that's what you just told me.
Come on, this ain't even worth it.
She just told me.
I know.
Wow.
And you know, to her credit, his wife actually goes, "Hey, you know what?
Wait a minute, because I didn't.
This is over.
Wait a minute.
Like, give me my wallet. I'm paying for this shit. Wheel this shit out to the car." Like, she actually calls it. Her husband's freaking out and yelling in the store.
Oh no, you need to call.
And she's like taking control of the situation. So really, this is just one kind of rude and loud dude.
Yeah, well, his wife did chuck the Mountain Dew at the cashier.
Honestly, it was close to
Oh, that's true. She did. Yeah, she did. When she took the Mountain Dew out of the cart, she like kind of throws it onto the counter. She doesn't. She doesn't chuck it at the cashier. Like overhands it at her head.
That's true. She chucks it at the counter. More like it.
Yeah, but it was definitely an aggressive Mountain Dew dismount.
Mountain Dew Oh, America! You can't tell me I can't buy all this Mountain Dew. Yes, we can.
Although,
in the middle of a global pandemic, we absolutely can.
They roll out of there with what looks to be 3 cases. They take 2 out of their cart. That's only 5. Where are the rest of these 23?
And the guy yesterday told me, sir, we're only limiting you to 1 toilet paper.
Yesterday.
I could have been like, it doesn't say. I could have made a big. I said, no, I get it, dude. I get it. I said, it's the first toilet paper I've seen in 2 weeks. Figured I'd try to grab a couple. I'm fine with just 1. I understood. But again, kindergarten. It's time to share, everybody. Sharing. Again,
I guess it's possible that they are putting back 18 of these in a day each, but that's kind of extreme.
Yeah, maybe. How do we know the reason it wasn't because of the pandemic? Remember, listen, we're concerned for your health. You guys are already big enough. I can't legally sell you this with a good conscience without you worrying about going into a diabetic coma.
What is this, New York?
Yeah, right.
New York City.
Listen, my Uncle Michael says I can't sell you all this soda. Be more Kentucky, by the way.
Yeah.
My wife has family in Kentucky. I'm going to tell her that story. She's going to find it hilarious.
The Weedsman Podcast. ChristopherMedia.net.
Discovery Plus is the greatest collection of real-life entertainment on the planet. 55,000 episodes from networks like TLC, HGTV, and tons more. Woohoo! Discovery Plus. Stream now. Stream what you love.
ChristopherMedia.net. The Weedsman Podcast.
There was an Australian astrophysicist who was admitted to the hospital for he got 4 magnets stuck up his nose.
What? Huh?
Right? I mean, what do? You get 1 magnet in there, what are you going to do? You got to throw another one in to try and get the first magnet out.
That's really the only line of thinking I'm thinking.
There's no way you There's no way you could figure out how this happened. This is so strange. It starts with him trying to develop a necklace that would sound an alarm when you touched your face. Right, so he wanted to develop something that would.
Going, hey, I'm touching my face. Is this for blind people?
Right, but we touch our faces without thinking about it. Something that we're keenly aware of at this time. So his thinking was, if you had a little alarm of some sort, it would remind you, like, hey, you shouldn't be touching your face. So that was actually unsuccessful. He says he did succeed in making a necklace that constantly made sound until you touched your face. So it does the opposite.
Yeah.
You go back to the store with your hand over your face. Like, could somebody take this necklace off me, please?
It's like going, hey, I invented a better mousetrap, and instead you invented something that puts more mice into your house.
It was just as if your mousetrap actually made mice.
Yes.
Spontaneous generation.
So you got 4 magnets?
Well, he had a couple. He had 4 neodymium magnets, which if you've ever played with neodymium magnets, or even heard the term, you might, having bought speaker cabinets before, you might have heard the term neodymium, or even in pickups for guitars. It's a very powerful magnet. And he had 4 of these that he was using on his concept, or his don't touch your face alarm. And then he just started playing with them.
You figure at magnet 3, you'd stop, right? Like magnet 2,
this is how it goes.
Magnet 2, shame on me. But after magnet 3, you figured you'd stop.
He said, after scrapping that idea, I was still a bit bored playing with the magnets. It's the same logic as clipping pegs to your ears. I clipped them to my earlobes and then clipped them to my nostril, and then things went downhill pretty quickly when I clipped the magnets to the other nostril. So he was playing with these little magnets, and using them like they were piercings, which you can get magnetic piercings like that. And that's what they use, are these neodymium magnets. Probably not this strong. And he put one on one side of his nose and
Brilliant!
another one on the other, and apparently they snap together.
I mean, I can tell you right now, this guy was never going to invent this necklace. Based on hearing this, I mean, you had a good idea, but your execution, dude, apparently you needed a partner.
Well, yeah, I mean, he actually got far, even though it sounds ridiculous what he actually made, a device that constantly sounds an alarm until you touch your face. That's still a start, right? All you have to do is like reverse one aspect of that setup and it'll probably work. You know, you got pretty close, but instead he just started clipping him to his face. So he doesn't sound like somebody who would persevere through obstacles like that. He just went, oh, I guess that's it. Doesn't work. Guess I'll do some fake facial piercings. So he placed 2 magnets inside his nostrils and 2 on the outside.
Like if he was driving the Titanic, he'd go, well, I guess we'll just keep backing up and running into this iceberg.
Right.
Shit's fucked.
Hey,
let's just keep running into it.
Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, might as well get this over with. So he has it sounds like he has one magnet up each nostril and then a magnet on the outside of the nose.
Oh, he's got 4 kids, right? And his wife's pregnant with his 5th.
Right. He said when he removed the magnets from the outside of his nose, the 2 insides stuck together. Unfortunately, the researcher then attempted to use his remaining magnets to remove them. So they became stuck together to each other inside of his nostril.
I hope.
And he tried to use the other free magnets to pull them out.
I hope they let him sit in the emergency room for a while. I hope they just let him sit there. Yeah.
At this point, my partner, who works at a hospital, was laughing at me.
Thank you.
I was trying to pull them out, but there is a ridge at the bottom of my nose you can't get past. After struggling for 20 minutes, I decided to Google the problem and found an article about an 11-year-old boy who had the same problem. That's got to be reassuring.
Yeah.
You're like, I'll Google it. Surely this has happened to somebody before. Oh, it's an 11-year-old boy. I should be smarter than that.
Yeah, exactly. Gut check time.
The solution in that was more magnets. Yeah, so the solution to any magnet problem is always more magnets.
Look, I guess I should find another iceberg to run into. That'll fix it.
I was pulling downwards and trying to remove the magnets. They clipped onto each other, and I lost my grip. And those 2 magnets ended up in my left nostril, while the other one was in my right. At this point, I ran out of magnets.
If I run into
That's my favorite line, because it answers the question, why 4 magnets in your nose? Because he ran out of magnets.
Because there would be 7 if I had more. Well, I ran into it on the iceberg on the left side, if I run into another iceberg on the right side, that should even it out.
Right. Sure, we're taking on water, but the bigger problem seems to be that we're listing. So if we just get water on the other side.
Oh, man. This guy's not the... Man.
I also love this
not winning any problem-solving awards.
Before they take him to the hospital, they try and get a pair of needle nose pliers and get him out. He says, every time I brought the pliers close to my nose, my entire nose would shift towards the pliers. And then the pliers would stick to the magnet.
Oh, I hope this guy's friends had fun with him. Yeah. Just hearing this guy, like, you had a good idea, but I don't think the capacity ever existed to invent that necklace, sir. Wow.
Even though there's a breakdown. It shows his discharge papers. This 2 hours ago had 2 times neodymium, approximately 7 millimeters in diameter. That's pretty big.
Jesus.
7 millimeters. That's like over a quarter of an inch. So, yeah, that's bigger than I thought it would have been. Strong magnets up bilateral nostrils, stuck to each other via septum bilaterally, attempted to remove. tried using 2 other magnets up left nostril, ended up with 3 times magnets up left nostril. This is in the hospital. 1 times up right, all stuck together via septum. Denies difficulty breathing, denies further magnets. Yeah, these shits are, the neodymium magnets are pretty powerful, and it's happened before where kids have swallowed little magnets, little powerful magnets, and they will actually pinch portions of their bowels together and create obstructions.
No.
Speaking of magnets, how do they work? No, I'm kidding. There's the magnet came up as a point of interest in a story that I was reading about a simple. Sorry, I'm waiting for this page to load. All right, let me start over. The magnet was key in the design of a very different design of cannabis grinder.
Oh, I think I saw this. Yeah, explain it.
Yeah, I'm not. I guess this thing, it just looks like about the size of about, let's say, a little bit longer shotgun cartridge is what it looks like. So your traditional grinder that we see is it usually like it's a disc shape. It's going to be about 1.5 inches to 2 inches in diameter, or across, not in diameter, and it has a magnet in the center part that keeps it together, so you can turn the 2 parts and grind it up and not worry about it popping open and spilling your shit all over the place. But what we know about the center portion of the grinder is that's where you get all the buildup of material that doesn't get ground down. It gets just smashed flat between the 2 pieces. And eventually that builds up to the point where it's not even closing correctly, and you got to go scrape it off.
Yep, dig it out.
Yeah. Plus you're taking material that you could be smoking and just jamming it into your grinder where it's going to sit forever. So he looked at that design and said, "There's got to be a better way."
And this like a teenager too?
He's a 26-year-old, 26-year-old from Norfolk, Virginia. But yeah, I think we've expanded. I think 26 still counts as a teenager now.
Was a younger guy. Either way, great idea.
It is kind of a great idea because he took the magnet and he put it on the outside, right? So there's not a center magnet. There's a ring of a ring magnet that attracts to a similar magnet on the other side. So you still have that protection of not, spilling your weed everywhere, but you don't have the cake in the center, and it allows you to make a much smaller form factor so that now you can have a grinder that actually is that goes into your pocket.
Yes. What goes into your pocket? Well.
Yeah. Well, it also, I guess there's a storage compartment as part of this design as well. The ZAM grinder is what it's called.
This guy's got a nice little trimmed hipster beard. Should have got some gray in it at 26. Poor guy. Or maybe that's blonde. That'll be gray when you get older, buddy. That's what happened to me.
I think he's blonde.
What is it? It makes a little weed patty?
Makes a little weed patty?
Yeah.
Well, the traditional grinder does, yeah.
And what's it do? Slender aluminum pocket grinder, 1.1 inch diameter. Wow, yeah, that's a small ass grinder. But it's vertical. We're used to the horizontal grinders. This one's all vertical.
Yeah, I wish they had some more. I wish they showed us like an exploded view of this thing. But it looks like half of that is storage, and the other half is the remains of your ground up results.
Yeah, this article is short on showing you the functionality of this thing. Just shows you why? Because it's Forbes. Oh, we just show you.
I think, yeah, it was kind of weird because they're featuring the product, but when you read the story, it's really a profile on this guy.
Yeah.
The inventor of it. But it struck me as kind of shitty that he's not referred to by name in the headline then. It's not about him. It just says how one young entrepreneur simple fix may change cannabis grinders forever.
Thanks for nothing, Forbes.
Oh, dude, I bet he's thrilled with this write-up.
Oh yeah, it gets his name out there. It's Forbes magazine. Yeah. Someone will see. He'll get a partner out of the deal. That's what he was shooting for.
Yeah.
He'll get his investor.
I'm sure this is a great time for, well, it's not a great time for anything right now particularly, but it's still, in general, a great time for bringing new cannabis products to the market when it's, growing and coming out of the closet, so to speak. Although, something related to transporting flour around, I mean, you might want to make it in camo or like an American flag design or something that appeals to boomers, because it's a nice design.
Come on, dude, you're 26. Yeah, weed's for old people, buddy.
Yeah.
Flowers for old people. Come on, dude. But then again, too, he's going where the money is. The money demographic. 25s through 54s. Yep. Well, actually, the upper, the 40s through 54s are the people that are still doing the flower.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure... I'm sure there are 20-somethings that aren't kicking flour out of bed, for eating cookies.
Oh, yeah, and I'm sure there's still millions of grinders that are sold all over the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the traditional design. And something like this where you actually have a proprietary design, that's pretty huge. I can really see these things catching on, and it's not like all of your competition is basically one product. They're all making the same basic thing.
Hey, we're good for him, though. He's out there. He's 26. He'll get money for another good idea.
Yeah, there was another product that I was reading about, and this popped up on my news feed by way of a story about somebody's $9 million LA mansion. I guess this was just purchased by Carissa Davino, who they describe as a marijuana maven, and she just bought a $9 million house. So apparently this business is paying pretty well for her.
What's her name? Marissa?
Carissa with a C. Carissa Davino. Here, I'll send you the link.
Oh, you type in Carissa, she's the first name that comes up in Google.
That's not, it doesn't sound common. She is the sole managing member of Double Barrel LLC. She owns the patent on a double-chambered vaporizer.
Oh, nice.
Something that allows cannabis connoisseurs the ability to vape 2 cartridges at once.
Why? Who needs it? Come on. You trying to take... I'm fine with... I'm good with 1. You trying to get me to buy 2 at once?
Hold up. I don't think you're thinking this through. First of all, you could have different strains. That's possible. But you can also have vape in 1 cartridge you can have nicotine in 1 cartridge and THC in the other.
It's true.
So now if you want to take your vape cartridge, or your THC cartridges out, you don't have to take out 2 devices.
Fair enough.
Although there has to be something else going on here. I can't believe that she makes this thing that I've never seen before and sells enough of them to buy a $9 million mansion in LA.
Let's Google double vaporizer. Maybe in a year we'll be like, oh, remember when we never heard of these?
She has to either come from a wealthy family or was already independently successful in some other business, or she married somebody with a lot of money.
Oh, woman can't be successful on her own, Aaron?
I already said that was one of the options, that she was independently successful in a separate business. Now, the double barrel, though, it's kind of weird. It's like it's a self-contained device. So it's not like a battery or that you can just pop a cartridge onto. It looks like it's all self-contained. I don't know how you open the thing and refill it. Oh, there's cartridges that you get for it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is a whole cartridge system.
Oh, that's why. That's the thing anything that's why the PAXs aren't as big as they want them to be. Anything where you have to do proprietary shit, get it out of here.
Yeah, I don't know. Who's buying this? Like, it's $90 for one of these units, which is on the higher end for what you're looking at.
Diddy reportedly ordered 50 double barrels for his Coachella crew alone. So did he?
Yeah. It's got a nifty little knuckle ring design on it, too. There's a magnetic strip on there, and this thing that looks like half of a brass knuckle. So it's just 2 holes. It snaps onto the bottom of it, and you're supposed to wield it like that. Like it shows a guy with it. It just looks like a knuckle ring. Kind of weird. I don't know if I would use that. That's kind of super douchey.
Yeah. Definitely would have been on Entourage.
That's a douche too far for me.
A douche too far.
The Weedsman Podcast.
ChristopherMedia.net.
Me, but also you. The Pharaoh fast forwards his favorite foreign film, Powder Donut. Okay, what's my line?
The only line I see here on the script is get options based on your budget with the name your price tool from Progressive.
Oh man, that's a tongue twister, huh? I'm sorry, I'm gonna need a few more minutes. Bulbous Walrus, the Bulbous Walrus.
The Name Your Price tool, only from Progressive.
The owl ran afoul of the comatose coxswain.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Do it yourself doesn't have to mean all by yourself. Help is as close as homedepot.com/workshops now with free DIY live stream workshops. Live hands-on courses from real expert associates. Learn how to install floor tile, create a tile backsplash, replace a thermostat, and more. All from the best seat in the house, yours. To register, go to homedepot.com/workshops. Only from the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
ChristopherMedia.net.
If you like this show, please tell a friend. Please make sure to rate and comment on all your favorite Christopher Media shows. Please follow us on Twitter and like and share us on Facebook. You can subscribe to all ChristopherMedia.net shows for free on ChristopherMedia.net. Thank you for listening, and thank you for visiting ChristopherMedia.net.
Thank you for visiting ChristopherMedia.net.